All right, everybody. Bryce here coming at you with a market update. It's been a wild week, and this is a market update where I actually had to make a list and I had to write it down because I couldn't memorize how many good bits of news there were. Beyond Bitcoin bottoming out at $43,000 and ending its correction, moving swiftly back higher to $50,000. We saw a tremendous bounce in a lot of these altcoins, in particular, this subsector that we've been talking a lot about called DeFi, right? Decentralized finance. But the coins that we're trading in that, the model portfolio are for subscribers. So if you guys want to hit, a $1 free trial, check it out. You guys can click that big orange button below. You can see the model portfolio and some trade setups that we've got. But look at this list of news here that I've got. Well, you can't see it, but I'm going to read it to you. Coinbase released their S1 filings to the SEC. So what that means is that they have revealed all the information about how they've come to their valuation, user metrics, how much they make from exchange fees, what kinds of customers they have, how many customers they have. So all of that information just got dumped basically on the market, and analysts are pilfering through it, making sure that they've got accurate valuations for comparisons for, the Binance token or for the FTT token, a lot of these other exchange tokens that are actually starting to be repriced relative to that valuation that Coinbase is going public with. So that was very interesting. So that's number one. And I've got 10 of these, so strap in here. Stone Ridge. Stone Ridge is a massive mutual fund. They announced that they didn't announce, they basically filed with the SEC, and the SEC's filings are public. So somebody figured it out that they are going to be, as of April 26th, able and actively trying to invest in Bitcoin and the cryptocurrency market. So a massive mutual fund. I think they've got over $10 billion of assets under management. And this is, again, going to be opening the floodgates for other mutual funds to follow suit. Because once one domino falls, like we wrote in the newsletter maybe a week or two ago called, the domino effect, we showed you guys how one corporate treasury fell, right, which was MicroStrategy, and then Square fell, and then Tesla fell, and now we're seeing many other corporations add, Bitcoin to their treasuries. But what Mass Mutual is doing is something different. Or not Mass Mutual, sorry, Stone Ridge Mutual. Mass Mutual's old news. That's an insurance company that's 170 years old, and they're buying Bitcoin. But with Stone Ridge Mutual, when a mutual fund is a very, intricate vehicle that a lot of you guys are familiar with. But once that groundwork is laid, many other mutual funds could just say, okay, copy paste. We're going to take that regulatory framework and we're going to apply it to our business. Because guess what? The only reason why a mutual fund would be adding Bitcoin is because there's a demand on the client side, right? Clients, high net worth individuals or folks like yourself, or retirement funds or pension funds or whatever, that's the client that a mutual fund is managing for. And so those clients are demanding that there should be some Bitcoin exposure. Wow. Okay. Number 3, payments company Square. You guys know payments company Square? They just bought $170 million worth of Bitcoin, which is fantastic. I mean, this is one of the largest payments companies in the world. If you guys ever see the little white thing that you slide your credit card through, a lot of the salons have, like hair salons or places that, they are owned by like small businesses and stuff. You plug it into your iPhone, you swipe it. Guys, these guys are everywhere. They're buying Bitcoin. MicroStrategy, they bought an additional $1 billion worth of Bitcoin, $1 billion. So they now have a grand total of over 90,000 Bitcoin on their balance sheet, which is phenomenal. Number 5, Fidelity. You guys remember Fidelity? One of the largest companies in the world, right? They've got something like $7.5 billion of money under custody. Guys, these folks, the director of macro, so the guy who's basically in charge of, seeing, how the world, the macro events are affecting prices, he released a big report that he is bullish on Bitcoin potentially becoming the currency of choice for international trade. So I thought that was really interesting. When you have a guy like, really high up at Fidelity. The other one I wanted to talk about was when the Fed wire went down on Wednesday. Anybody that was trying to make wires last week, there was a lot of turbulence, we could say. But guess what? Crypto don't care. Crypto never sleeps. Crypto didn't go down. Crypto was around. So the Fed wire was down. Crypto stayed up. And the last little bit of news I wanted to talk to you guys about was some really bullish on-chain data that I was looking at on Glassnode and CryptoQuant. The miners position index, the MPI, it just shows the rate of selling from Bitcoin miners. That has started to slow down pretty drastically, which is a good sign that there's going to be less supply hitting the market for miners at least. So which is generally really strong sell pressure from them, which is really good. And the last one was that the liquid supply change had fallen pretty drastically, which showed that a lot of people were basically moving coins off of exchanges and coins that basically shows that there's not a huge amount of supply that's sitting on the exchanges right now that's being moved, that's ready to sell, right? It's being taken off the exchange, it's going into cold storage, and it's no longer liquid as they would consider it, right? So guys, that's the market update. There's a lot going on. This was a long one. And typically you guys get me as I'm doing my walks on the beach, as I'm walking around taking a break from trading and from writing. And today I just didn't have any time. It is already nighttime. It is like pitch black out right now, and I'm finishing up a big newsletter and getting some last minute trades in here before I pass out for the night. So guys, if you aren't a part of Crypt Nation, you could subscribe. Free trial, 2-week free trial for $1. Hit the link below. I hope you enjoyed, and we'll talk to you soon.